has got the playbook. Boing, boing. We block and spin. We're stepping tall. Your premium safe. We cover it all. When Murphy
knocks,
our coverage
blocks.
Phoenix
Security,
we rock around the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. No sweat, no shocks. Squeak, squeak. We've got the groove. We've got the vibe. When chaos calls, we're on your side. Hold the line. We got that.
How is everybody on this Thursday, March 5th, 2025? So I missed you guys, and I am here to talk to you about a very important topic: health insurance, special enrollment, and accident insurance up to age 75. So let me ask you something real quick. How many people here do not have health insurance right now because it's too expensive? Be honest. Drop an X in the comments. Because what I'm seeing lately, it's scary. People walking around thinking they're healthy until one random Tuesday changes everything. So I want to tell you a story that literally happened this week and connected to a family member. So a few months ago, I was talking to somebody, a family member, about the importance of having health insurance. And if you ended up needed to go into the hospital or something like that, right? How expensive would it be if you didn't have health insurance? So this past week, my son's girlfriend got T-boned in the driver's side, right? And ended up in the hospital with a concussion. So because of that T-bone that she got, and this is somebody that I love, somebody that I'm worried about, and she needed an ambulance. So the ambulance took her in our area to the hospital, and they actually diagnosed her with a concussion because, again, she got T-boned in the driver's side, right? And so if she didn't have the health insurance, she would have paid more than $3,000. She has to pay $3,000 because that's her deductible. So let me tell you another story. Okay? So this is somebody very close to my family, somebody else, a young girl, healthy, energetic, full of life. She was playing and she fell, hit her head. The next thing you know, ambulance lights, sirens, emergency room, CT scan. Everything happens fast. When you're sitting in the ambulance, nobody asks, what is your monthly budget? They ask, where do we take you? So in this case, she didn't have health insurance at all. Okay? Just so you know, if she had nothing, which she did not have anything, ambulance, ER, CT scan, observation, that bill can go from $3,000 to $15,000, and if you needed to stay longer than a few days, $25,000. That's why we're going to talk about 3 things people don't understand about health coverage. Because a lot of people think, I miss open enrollment, I am stuck. That is not always true. Okay, remember, if you have any questions, let me know. So most people think that you can only get health insurance in the marketplace once a year. But that's not the whole story. There are special enrollment situations like that you can qualify if you had a job loss, income change, moving states, divorce, having a baby, losing Medicaid, turning 26 and leaving your parents' plan. Live events open doors. And here's the crazy part. Some people qualify and don't even realize it. So I talked to a man last month, self-employed. He said, Mari, insurance is too expensive. I look at his income. He qualified for subsidies. So he's paying less than his phone bill now. So if you think it's impossible, don't assume. Just let me check. So let me ask you guys, type in the comments, do you currently have A, employer insurance, B, marketplace, C, nothing right now? Again, A, employer insurance, B, marketplace, and C, nothing right now. So, I sell financial protection for a living. And I'll tell you something most people don't realize. The fastest way to go broke in America is medical bills. You can recover from a lot of things, but $80,000 hospital bill, that destroys families. So I once spoke with a couple, hardworking, 2 kids, small business, no insurance. The husband fell from the ladder, back surgery, in a big city. Really bad back surgery. $50,000, $75,000. They lost their savings, their truck, almost their house. And the crazy part, they said, we thought insurance was expensive. So now I'm going to talk about another type of insurance that I offer, and it's called accident insurance. So now let me show you something a lot of people don't know about this accident insurance. This is not full health. This is not health insurance, but it's protection when accidents happen. It pays cash if you have broken bones, ER visits, ambulance rides, hospital stays, concussions. And it can cover people up to age 75. That means if someone is older and doesn't qualify for other plans, this can still help. So my client's husband slipped in the shower, fractured hip. The accident policy paid cash. That money helped cover deductibles, groceries, rent, lost income. When life hits, cash helps. So let me ask you something honestly. How many of you are one accident away from financial stress? Drop a sad face if that's you. And if you work in you're a construction worker, electrician, HVAC, plumber, some of these types of warehouse person, you need accident insurance. Remember, you're not alone. So here's what I noticed. People delay protection for 3 reasons. They think it's expensive. They think nothing will happen. They think they'll deal with it later. But accidents don't send calendar invites. Okay? So let me just show you something so that you can see. Let's go with health insurance first so that you can see how you can actually, let's say that you had a job and you lost your job, and you're making, now you got a new job and you're making less money, right? Right? So you qualify for a special enrollment. So I'm going to show you in an area here in Texas. I mean, I can do Ohio, right? On how inexpensive it is to get health insurance. So I'm going to share my screen and here. Okay. So let's say that you live in Ohio, because I'm licensed in Ohio. And I'm going to put a zip code Columbus, Ohio, right? And 43201. Okay. 35-year-old tobacco user, parent of a child, pregnant, and they're two people. And they make $50,000. Actually, okay, let me see something. 60,000. Okay, 60,000 bucks. We're going to do that in Blue Cross Blue Shield. Okay. And actually, she's pregnant, and then the spouse is 40-year-old male tobacco user. Okay. So this is the lowest premium that you can actually get with a deductible, right? This person is going to give birth. So you want to be sure that we lower the deductible, because when this person needs to go to the hospital, if your deductible is $10,000, you'll have to pay that before you get your benefits. That's what a deductible is. So we're going to go. We know that she's going to go and give birth. So I just put it to the lowest deductible, and then I'm going to go here. Let me see. I'm going to keep trying to lower it until we get it to the point that is cheaper. Let me go back here. 4,000 deductible. Okay, so I will tell the person either to go with this one or this one, because think about it. You lost your job, you have a new job, you're making less money, and you're going to have a baby before the year ends. So you want to be sure. Let's say that you are 4 months pregnant, you got, some more months. I will either get this one or this one. If you get this one, you'll have to pay the $4,000 before. Let me see. Let's see. And you go into the plan details, right? And let's look at the hospital. So until you pay the deductible, you pay full price, and then after that, it's $500 with 30%. Okay. So before the deductible is met, you can still receive well baby care. And labor and delivery will be full price, but once you pay the deductible, then you pay $500 with 50%. Okay. So I believe that that's too expensive. So I'm going to go back here, and I will tell the person that they do. Okay, so it took me out. I think it was. So either it's going to be, I will tell her to go this. and get this one. Plus this one has dental, vision, and referral. So for 2 people, they will pay this. And once the baby comes, then you don't need to have a lower deductible. Then you can actually switch it. But of course, sometimes different things, it depends on what are your changes if you qualify for SCP. But this is an example of what I would recommend. Maybe $830 with a 0 health deductible with United Healthcare. Because everything else is too expensive, right? So this is an example of why it is important to, So now I'm going to show you the accident insurance for somebody. Because if you work, like I said, in a place where you're in a place where you are that it's important to get accident insurance. So I'm going to just do a quote for somebody imaginary so that you can actually see how actually inexpensive it is. Because remember, if you have an accident, your health insurance, that's if you have one, is going to cover a certain amount, and then you're not going to be able to work. Okay, so this is why I want you to see about me giving you a quote and doing instant quote. Okay, let me remove that and start another one. Okay, and share screen. Oh, okay, I'll do this one. Okay. Let's say that you live in Florida, Orlando, Florida. Okay. And so I'm actually looking for a zip code here that I can put Orlando, Florida. 32801, right? That's weird. I should have an appointment there. Let me see, 32830. I have to call these people and tell them that to fix that. Anyway, let's go into Dallas then. Dallas zip code 75201. So we have somebody that was born in January 1st, 1980. He smokes tobacco. And I think that's it, right? And it's a male. Okay, so now I'm going to go here and basically see the different plans. We got short-term plans, but I'm looking for the accident-wise. So we got 3 plans of accident-wise. We got this one, we got this one, and we got that one. And depending on what you choose, we're going to see the plans and see how much are they going to charge for somebody who was born 1980 monthly. So if you get this one, it's $15. But let's say that you want this one. Let's look at the chart so you can see. It gives you cash benefits paid for accident-related costs. Choose the plan that fits your need, pay regardless of all the insurance, and available for issue ages up to 75 in most states. Okay. This plan does not use a network, so it doesn't matter. And the standard benefits are we pay $20,000 per person, limit to one benefit per person per policy year. Hospital admission must begin within 30 days of accidental injury in most states. Accidental injury emergency treatment, we pay $2,000 per person per accidental injury, limited to 4 emergency treatments per person per policy per year. Accidental injury urgent care center treatment, and it tells you that, $400 per person for accidental injury. Major diagnostic exam benefit, they pay up to $2,000. Accidental loss of life, limb, or sight benefit, they pay you $20,000 per person, limit to one benefit per person per lifetime. So loss must occur within 90 days of initial onset of accidental injury in most states. Okay? And that's an example of what they cover in there. Okay? So like I said, there's so many things that you can do. So we have another thing that happened. A woman once told me that I'll get insurance next month. 2 weeks later, appendix rupture. Life doesn't wait. So let me break something that's real simple. There are 3 levels of protection: major medical health insurance, supplement plans, accident coverage. The more layers you have, the safer you are. So I want to finish with one more story. A man in his 60s, self-employed, thought he was healthy, had a stroke. Hospital bills climbed fast. His wife told me something I'll never forget. She said, "We never thought about insurance until it was too late." That sentence stuck with me. That sentence struck me like a lightning bolt. So if you're watching this today and thinking, I should probably look into this, do it before something happens, not after. Send me a message or schedule a call. Okay? So I always say something simple. You can plan protection today, or life will plan the bill for you tomorrow. I'd rather help you before the ambulance shows up. Okay? So, thank you for listening to me, and I see you on the next one. Okay?
Spark in sunny days or when it's dark. Murphy comes knocking, but we're solid as stone.
So I'm finishing this, and you can go and look at all of it from beginning to end.
We protect when Murphy knocks. Our coverage blocks. Phoenix Securitas, we rock around the clock. Yeah, no sweat, no shocks. From the desert sands to the city scenes, we've got the swagger we